everyone, I am Gloria Megu from Rajput Jain and Associates. Today, in this video, I am going to tell you about NGO registration in India. Firstly, it is important to know the meaning of NGO. NGO is a non-governmental organization which serves as a non-profit group that functions independently of any government. NGOs, sometimes called civil societies, are organized on community, national and international levels to serve towards social or political goals such as humanitarian causes or the environment. As per Indian law, there are three options available for NGO registration. First one is as a trust, then as a society, and the third one is as a Section 8 company. As a trust, in this act, minimum 3 members are required for its formation. As a society, in society 7 members are required and there is no limit for maximum. So as a Section 8 company, it is very effective registration process as it is online. Section 8 company is most preferred NGO types compared to trust and society because it got several exemptions in terms of tax and others. Besides, in order to start Section 8 NGO, firstly, you need to obtain company registration under Section 8 of the Companies Act 2013 and then proceed further. How to choose right NGO option available for the registration? If you want to open religious place like mandir, church, etc., for that, trust is the best option. If you want to do social work at society level, then you can go for society registration. If you want to work on Pan India and in multiple locations, if your agenda and objects are very big, in this case, you can register your NGO under Section 8 of the Companies Act. Section 8 companies are publicly visible. You can go to the ROC website and look for it. Next is the timeline required for registration of NGOs. It takes approx 7 to 22 working days for registration of a trust. For society, it takes approx 22 to 60 working days. And for Section 8 companies, it takes approx 15 days. We come to the documents required for NGO registration. The documents required for NGO registration are complete KYC of members, that is Aadhaar card, PAN card, photograph, bank statement, utility bill or passport. For trust and society, we have to apply for PAN manually, whereas for Section 8 companies, everything is available online. Next is the step to register an NGO. So the very first step is the applicant needs to obtain a DSC of the proposed director of an NGO. After the DSC is obtained, file Form DIR-3 with the ROC to get a DIN. Documents to attach for DIN application are identity and address proofs, that is passport, voter ID card, Aadhaar card, electricity bill, driving license, PAN card, house tax receipt, business address proof, society's name, etc. The second step is after the approval of the DIR-3, the respective ROC will allot a DIN to the proposed directors. The next step is the applicant needs to file Form INC-1 with the ROC to apply for company name. Preference of 6 names can be applied, from which one would be allotted by ROC depending on the availability. The fourth step is after the approval from the ROC, file Form INC-12 to apply for a license for an NGO. So the documents we need to attach are declaration as per Form INC-14, that is declaration from a CA, declaration as per Form INC-15, and then the draft of Article of Association and Memorandum of Association as per INC-13. And the next is estimated income and expenditure for next 3 years. So the fifth step is after the form's approval, NGO license will be issued in Form INC-16. After the applicant has obtained the NGO license, he or she needs to fill SPICE Form 32 with ROC for incorporation. After the ROC has checked and verified the documents, it issues a certificate of incorporation with a unique corporate identification number. We come to the compliances that NGO needs to do. Whether society, trust or a Section 8 company, it is compulsory for them to file income tax return. The society has to file income tax to the society register. For Section 8 companies, you have to file ROC returns and audit, also compulsory for Section 8 company. Once the NGO is formed, the NGO shall apply for Section 80G and 12A registration. Section 80G and 12A is a special section in Income Tax Act wherein any surplus fund arising in hands of NGO will be exempt from tax. Under 80G, the donor can avail deduction from its taxable income. Suppose the donor donates 1 lakh to the NGO, then the donor will get a deduction of 50% during the calculation of income tax, that is 50,000. Next is exemption certificate under section 12A and 80G can be applied after the registration of NGO. The application shall be filed with the Commissioner of the Income Tax having jurisdiction over the institution. So there are different schemes provided by government to the NGOs. How to apply for government scheme? All the details of government schemes are available online. Many NGOs are invited in many government schemes like Skill India, Clean India and many more. NGOs can apply for all these schemes and they have to work on the project given to them by these schemes. Thanks for watching this video. For any other queries, contact Rajput Jain and Associates. You can also visit our website. We will be most happy to answer your queries.